Hi faves, welcome back to Random Ramblings with Emily Loris, your favorite host. The one that loves you guys as always, the one that loves you guys so much, much more than you guys could imagine. Welcome back to my podcast. It's so exciting and it's always beautiful to have you guys on here. And it's just different. The vibe today is subtle, calm. I'm getting a lot of frenzy and fruity. Everything is just chilled. Well, for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome. We're glad to have you guys on here. Welcome to Random Ramblings with Emily. Come along with me as I explore into varieties of ideas, tales, and everything in between. There's always something intriguing to discover. Whether it's the newest fashions, individual experiences, or simply light conversations. Like, don't you guys think? The opportunity to escape daily grind is another benefit to unwind, rejuvenate, and discover some tranquility in our healthy world. Let's get started then. Welcome, guys. So, today, I said the vibe I was getting was kind of frenzy, it was calm, subtle. I don't know if it's just me, but suddenly the Amatan just came out, and I'm just surprised. Everywhere is cold and it's frosty and it's freezing, and I'm wondering what's happening. Like, I'm telling everybody, like, I thought it was me. So when I went to the gym yesterday, I was shocked. I was like, God, I woke up and I told um a friend, I said, baby girl, the weather is so cheesy. Me, I thought I was having like a fever, maybe because of the weather and everything. Because I had a cold like about 2 or 3 days prior. So I was feeling like maybe I had caught another cold and it was serious and it was going to result into fever. I wasn't so chilled. I was just there because I was confused. This is not supposed to be funny. I don't even know why I'm laughing about it. Oh yeah, the weather was just giving weather for two, that kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my god. When I came back to the house after work, she was like, oh, are you not cold? Everywhere. So I was like, I thought I was the one that was sick. Oh, she's like, no, you're not sick. The Amatan came back suddenly. I was like, She's like, yeah. So coming to church today, having an amazing service as always. God, it's always such an amazing time with God and in the house of the Lord. The presence is just so overwhelming. The service is always breathtaking, and trust my own church to always deliver and do extra. It was just so uplifting. Like, anointing will catch those that needs to be anointed and those that need the anointing, if you know what I mean. And like, January is going, oh, like you guys were like, this month is going to be slow, and I'm like, it's fast too. Like, it's not even slow anything. Like, look at today is January 12th, it's Sunday, and we're already eating into the month. Next week Sunday is almost a week, then it will be wrap up and move to February. And it's not even February yet. Those that are loving themselves are already tensioning us. Please see, by the way, let me even drop it here. I have a man, so nobody can pressure me this love season. Alright? That's on period, thank you. And I just did not get to get a man because of you guys. I've always had a man. I'm just a low-key person, so I just like to put my relationships out there. So it's just a beautiful thing. Let's talk about January. I've started, if you've made plans, like I advised in my last podcast, the last episode we had, if you worked with that, you drafted your plans for the year, how's it going? Like, have you been putting them into practice? Me, I'm not fully stabilized because it's still giving the chills from, oh, we just finished Christmas and all of that. We're still into the new year. And I'm still trying to find my balance here and there. But I've started gym. I have always started gym. I started gym last week, right? Yeah. But I'm more serious. So now I changed my routines. I used to go morning, sometimes evenings. And a lot of people are just asking me, oh, baby girl, you lost weight. Like, Emily, what's the secret? You look slim. Are you now, I really can't answer to some DMs because it just doesn't make sense. Like, you see me looking slimmer. It only means what I've lost weight, right? So what's the other explanation I want to give to you that you're asking me, have you lost weight? No, I'm eating beans. I'm coming. I want to go and buy something. When somebody asks you, are you going? You say, no, I'm coming. That kind of stupid question, that's what it was sounding like me. Not to be rude, but it's just the way some people just don't know. I don't just understand people these days. So I decided to swim. So I was going to go into the year. I went to see a friend somewhere at an apartment, and we had several discussions. Talked about our plans, how it was going to help us. And I'm thinking of doing so many things, so it opened my mind So I still have a brand, Sims by His and Hers. It's my brand. And I just for a while forgot that I actually sell vintages. It's not a thing. I've just been busy with podcasts, with classes here. I'm just learning a lot of things. In fact, this year is choked up. But I know that it's going to be a very great year. It's starting out well, even much more than expected. Like, it's not like I'm seeing anything no in here, but it's just, when you have this positive mindset that, no, this is just going to be my year and this is it for me. Because, last year, I had almost to no direction. I came into the new year crazy, like so bad, and I was just confused and all of that. But now I'm focused and it's making me feel great. I think that's just something that it makes you, put you on a greater path. You feel like, oh, now you have a sense of direction. You know what you want for yourself. You know the things you want to expect. You've met people who has opened your, you've met people, made friends, which enlightened and opened your eyes to a greater possibility that you can always try to get whatever you want, and nothing is holding you or stopping you back. The only thing limiting you from doing great and beautiful things is yourself. So if you're not the one limiting yourself, nothing else can limit you. That's just what I feel, right? So I decided to see my friend. I went to the apartment, like I was saying, and I saw a pool. The pool was just calling my name. Because I didn't plan to swim, I didn't take swim clothes. I told him to, give me a singlet of his. Then I wore my pants. There was nobody in the water. It was just those cute, cozy pools that you have in houses, like not the Olympic style, just a very small, cute pool. There was nobody in it. So I went in and I had a blast. Like, it was such a relief. Like, I really needed my entire body in the water. I made my hair, so I couldn't put my hair into the water. And disclaimer, I can't swim. Before you guys start to laugh, I can't swim. I'm not a professional, right? I'm not a pro, but I can move in the water and I can swim a distance, right? So I can go in, go down. I'm not a fish, but I can swim actually. So yeah, it was really surprising. My friends didn't know, and they were just like, oh, you can swim. Oh, we've been here for a while, like we can't swim. I'm like, okay, I can't know, and I know how to have a great time. Live your enjoyment, flexing, anything that concerns burning, leave it for Emily. I got myself, I got me. So I'm not scared, I'm not worried, I'm not bothered, and that's just that, right? So I'm fixing my new year plans, I'm putting them into practice. I've been praying a lot. I want to do more of praying and socializing with Christians. Those homes, fellowship and sales that they have. I want to do more of that. I want to go into Christ and be able to serve God to the best of my abilities, right? And every other thing, God is just first for me. I know I've got other things, but I feel like I need to put a lot of effort into serving God, because as much as I want to do the things that I want to do, I need Him to recognize that I'm now with Him. So we're in it together. So He's not going anywhere and leaving me to sort out myself. He's with me. We're doing this thing together. And it just kind of makes a lot of sense to me. It's a personal thing. But I'm just imploring you, when you have a relationship with God, it's beautiful. It's not something you can really explain until the person is where you are at, that you're feeling this way. So it's really personal. It's so beautiful, right? And just so I went for a reunion, right? So my friend is like, I always have friends that are way older, in his 30s. So he invited me for a reunion, which I attended, which was so beautiful. Like, they went to a certain school, I've forgotten the name, but it was SPMS, something like that, SPMSS, as I when they went back then. And it's almost, should I say, maybe 20 years reunion or so. It was just so crazy, like, oh my god. So you guys are already like 20 years out of secondary school and everybody's doing well. Some people came from the US, some were around, some came from Lagos. It was beautiful that they could gather. Not everybody was able to be there. Those that were not there were able to just talk and video call and just join in. Then they invited their best teacher, which was just like a bonus, which made sense, right? Like, they came and they met their best teacher at that time when he was still their teacher, and they invited him over. So the apartment we used for the meeting and for the party belonged to one of his students. Like, is that not just so dope? You taught a student who is now a millionaire, like an actual one, and he's here, and all of them were doing great things. It was so nice to see them again. It was like an all-white party. But trust me to wear the different one now. I did not wear white. They didn't tell me on time. So I just dressed up, wore something very casual and simple. But I was looking very pretty. Right. I got lots of compliments. Like these days I won't be getting like way too much compliments. It's just motivating me with like the exercising thing. Like I'm doing a lot of beautiful exploits. Like I'm happy. Oh. Like people just be like, oh, you look so great, you smell nice, I love your outfit, you look sweet, da 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 da. And I'll just be like, oh my god, this is so nice, and it's just so crazy. Yeah, and I'm just like, well, regardless of us still, even at that, I'm going to be me, I'm going to do my thing. So the whole festive period was so sweet and so intentional. I met a lot of sweet people and I had advices. I did not really do much of outings, but I had an alone time, which gave me a time to like focus on me, which is not something I do on a regular. So it made a lot of sense that I had time for me, and I realized a lot of things that I wouldn't have known earlier. So it's like meeting people who truly deserve your existence. And my podcast right now, I would not say it's small. We're on YouTube, guys. We're on YouTube, yeah. And a lot of people I've been getting DMs from WhatsApp, from my Instagram. At first I'll be like, oh, I want to listen in your podcast. I want to join in. It looks exciting. It sounds refreshing. All of this, all of that. I'm like, oh my god, are you guys for real? For real? You guys want to like listen in? And they're like, yeah, I would love to be a guest on your podcast. And it's just been so overwhelming. The love that you guys are showering on me is just been so beautiful. Like I'm just getting massive love, and I'm not even a celebrity yet. I'm just still upcoming and figuring this thing out. But it's been so beautiful, and we've had like 7 wonderful episodes dropped, and this is the 8th episode. Like, is that not great? I feel so alive. I feel achieved. So this episode is us celebrating 2 months of being into the podcast game. Please, a round of applause for me, guys. A round of applause. Like, this is loud. We're celebrating 2 months of being in the game. 2 months of dropping content every Sunday without missing a single one. 2 months of the consistency and the zeal. 2 months of the love. 2 months of the excitement. 2 months of everything chilled. It's just been so beautiful. Like, I'm so happy. I feel fulfilled. I feel complete. Right? So I'm just here doing what I love the most, which is talking and having conversations. And I know that people can listen to them and feel a sense of relief. So even if it's not out there fully, I have a purpose and I'm doing that, and it makes a lot of sense, and it's just so beautiful, right? So I'm saying, oh, this makes sense, this is that, this is that, this is so nice, this is beautiful, all of that. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm grateful to God for the grace, for the ability to keep up. I'm thankful to my friends, my WhatsApp acquaintances, a lot of people who are there, my real faves, for their support. I'm thankful to my mentor for his continuous encouragement and direction of what I should do with myself. I'm thankful to the support I have from my partner. I'm grateful for my family and loved ones. Like, it's just been such an amazing journey, and I know it's going to get better. Like, as the year goes by, everything begins to fall into place. So I'm just generally saying thank you, guys, for being here, for being supportive. Like, it's just so beautiful. Like, I'm watching myself grow, and I'm like, oh my god, wow. Like, this was me last year, literally being confused and crying and in debt, and now I'm not in that space. I'm in a better place, and it can only get better from here on. I've had my fair share of the worst scenarios of life. Just proud of me, and I'm going to be doing great things. We all are going to be doing great things. So it's not just me I'm generalizing it. So as long as you're tuning in and listening to this podcast, we're all going to be doing exploits. We're all going to be doing great things. So I've had friends who are getting married. To those of you getting married in January, congratulations. I wish you guys a happy married life. All the best for your family, and it's coming from a place of love. To those that are getting engaged, congratulations. Those that are having kids, congrats. To those that are bagging new jobs, congrats. Traveling out, congrats. Like, I'm just congratulating anyone doing anything, as little as it sounds. If you are doing shopping, congratulations. If you stocked up food in your house, congrats. It's a win-win regardless. So don't let anybody put you down. I keep saying this. You are the only one that determines how far you would go in life. So you're the only one that can bring yourself down. Nobody else can do that with you. So you're the one that determines your success and your downfall. So stay put, stay strong, keep alive, keep believing, keep boosting and growing in the Lord's vineyard. Draw closer to God. You need to draw closer to God. And for as many who has lost a loved one, my condolences. I apologize and I'm so sorry for your loss. And I hope the Lord God can console you in the times of need, and when you feel like you need that, to feel that hurt, because it's going to come, right? So one way or another, whatever you're going through, it's not going to last long. It will come and to go in this world. Things happen, and it's just part of the phase. We just let it move on. We're all losing things at some point, even if it seems not so significant, but it's there and we have to acknowledge this. And I'm grateful, right? So regardless, once there's life, there's hope. It's gonna get better. I promise you guys that in another 2 months, when we'll be celebrating 6 months on this podcast, you guys will be doing crazy, amazing things. It's from me to you guys. I love you guys. This is Random Ramblings. This is your host, Emily Loris. Have a lovely day ahead and stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Keep loving, keep sharing. Love your neighbors yourself. Signing out. Mwah. Bye.